DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now because we have you.
Brother,
what's going on, man? What's going on? Happy Sunday, dude. How are you?
Sunday, another 168 hours, my brother. How we feeling today?
Oh man, we're getting there. I'd say better rested than last week, and probably previous weeks. Definitely better rested this week. So feeling. We've been able to freaking take the foot off the gas a little bit. We still I don't think our family runs at anything less than 900 miles a minute, but we were able to freaking take the foot off the gas a little bit this week. You know, the girls was last week of school, so their school got out for the summer this week. So
really
happy days, man. Yeah. Their last day was Friday, and yeah, happy days, happy days, so man.
I was actually aware of this happening down like in Florida and Georgia and things like that. I never knew that it happened over by you as well.
As far as what?
As far as like when schools end, because for us it ends in June, like June 20th.
Oh, I see.
It's very weird, yeah.
Honestly, it has been a little different in every region of the country I have lived in, and that includes times when let's say I was still single, I didn't have kids. Okay, every region of the country does it just a little bit different. Okay, when I was a kid in Arizona, it used to be June. And we didn't start until September. And then I remember I was still in elementary school, something like 4th or 5th grade. We got so screwed because this one year they're like, we need to shift, the start and end dates of the school year. So we're going a month earlier. So we got out in June that year and we went back in August. So we only got a summer of like 2 months that year. We got so screwed as kids, right?
That's wild.
Then so it became August and May for Arizona in the area that I lived in Tucson at the time. It's a little bit different. It's similar but a little bit different in Colorado, where the girls just came from, and it's a little bit different here. It's every school district kind of does their own thing, but it's as long as you're out kind of ballparkish, as long as you're ballparking, you're out by like June, July, that counts as summer, right? So that's summer vacation, right?
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Good for the kids. They got they got summer vacation coming up. Cheers to all of our 2022 high school graduates that are out there. I don't know why you're watching this show, but if you just graduated high school, you probably are 18, so you're allowed to now. So yeah, hope all of you and wish all of you the very, very, very best this year graduating, and for all of you that are going back to school in the fall, happy promotion to the next level, yo. All right, keep making that rank. Keep making that rank in the school world. All right, educate yourselves, homies. We love you.
Absolutely, and we're gonna, I just want to have just real quick.
Sure.
I want to get into this real quick. I kind of want to start. I want to start the show off like this and talk about what happened this week, because it's, we all know what happened. We're not going to get to the the politics of it, or what we think, because we're not journalists, we're not conspiracy theorists, we're not none of that. We go by what we see, we go by what we feel.
Right.
Just real quick, I just want to have a moment of silence for the lives lost during the massacre that happened this week in Texas.
Absolutely.
If we could just yeah. what happened this week was was heinous. You know, anytime this, it's not the first time it happened. It's not the last time it's gonna happen. But to kind of start off, what does it take? I just want to, kind of start off real quick, just with a few facts that have been put out there, that I'm noticing, not just from the MLB, but from other companies as well, who are trying to spread the message. I mean, we try to spread the message every time,
Right.
and the message needs to be spread every single day. So what I have here, and all these, you could go, there's citations for every single one of these. So that's what I love about these facts here. So I'll start off with a few of them. Every day, more than 110 Americans are killed with guns, and more than 200 are shot and injured. Firearms were the leading cause of death for American children and teens in 2020. 58% of American adults or someone they care for have experienced gun violence. Every 3 hours, a young black man dies by a gun homicide. Each year, more than 4,100 Latinx people die from gun violence in the U.S., and 13,300 are shot and wounded. It also says here, if you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline 24/7 at 1-800-799-7233. About 4.5 million women in the U.S. today report having been threatened with a gun by an intimate partner. If you or someone you know is in crisis, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, 1-800-273-TALK. Access to a gun triples the risk of death by suicide. Listen to that, guys. Listen to that. Access to a gun triples the risk of death by suicide. An average of 4,500 veterans die by firearm suicide every year, about 12 veterans each day. Now, the last one I'll put here, when an assault weapon is used in a mass shooting, it results in 6 times as many people shot than when other guns are used. Now, those are the facts that I've read. There are citations for every single one of them. Later on, when this episode is uploaded on YouTube, I will have the citations linked in the description, so you can read them, so you could do your own knowledge.
Same with the numbers for the National Domestic Violence Hotline and the National Suicide Hotline. If you are out there, if you need help, if you know someone that needs help, help each other, help yourselves, like please. And I think the running theme in a lot of those facts that John was listing, and that we'll have citations for you all for. I heard in that what the running theme was basically safety and access to firearms when emotions are taking over way too much, or possibly drugs and alcohol, or possibly a mental illness. So if you are currently gun owners, make sure you've got your stuff locked up. Make sure that the wrong people don't have access to the firearm. Okay, like that. If it's your firearm, you should probably be the only person with access to it. Given a couple of different scenarios and situations, I know it's not exactly like that in every household, but in theory, if you are a single adult, male or female, and you own and operate a firearm, you should be the only living person with access to that thing. And you should be utilizing it safely. You should be regularly doing cleaning and maintenance and functions checks on that weapon regularly, so that your muscle memory is in tune with that firearm. If you are not doing that, the next time somebody offers like, cash for a gun buyback, or you want to just go freaking turn it in somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, you're at your leisure to do so. If you're not going to responsibly own a firearm, there's no reason for you to have one. A lot of people in the United States, I know, like guns in the United States fucking are like peanut butter and jelly. Okay. So I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up of everybody's ass and pretend that it's not like that. But the reality is, gun safety is a major driver in how bad gun violence in the United States is. and that's about as far as I can probably take this portion of the conversation without getting political on my own.
Absolutely.
So that's basically all I'm going to say to that. As far as what happened this week, I got nothing to say, bro. Like it was like the news just kept getting worse.
Yeah.
It just starting with the initial reports of there just being a shooting at a school. As the reporting continued, it just got worse. And you and me, for those of you that don't know, obviously me and John talk about a little bit about what we're going to talk about before we come on and go live in the mornings. Me and John discussed basically like how we were going to cover this little portion, and so we decided the only thing we're going to talk about regarding the shooting in Texas is the police response. So we are staying away from pretty much every other area of this particular mass shooting, which is also like, how shitty is that to say that, like, this particular mass shooting, right?
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was a senior in high school when Columbine happened. Incidentally, it happened to be my senior ditch day it was our senior ditch day at my high school because of the date specifically. It was 420. So being funny, edgy teenagers,
That's right.
we made our senior ditch day on 420. So, but that happened to be the day that Columbine happened, and that was one of the first. It was not the first, but it was one of the first, and it was one of the first that was perpetrated specifically in targeting, kids in school. And
It's the first one I remember.
it's 2022 now, and the list is so long, I can't even, I mean, I can think of like 5 off the top of my head, and that's to say that out loud is a travesty. So
Yeah.
the police response, kind of like I was just saying, I'm trying really hard not to fucking scream and shout here. I don't know if you can tell, John.
Yeah, I could see the veins popping. It's
Dude, I'm trying really, really hard to stay calm when I say this and not go on one of my like J rants, because this is very serious. To stay on topic with the, responsible owning and possessing of firearms. If you are going to sign up for a fucking job, and part of that job, there is a understanding between the community and the people in that organization that perform that job, that the people that perform that job are going to do certain things in certain situations. If you're going to be signing up to do a job like that, and you suddenly realize, like, in the back of your head, you're questioning whether or not you could do it or whatever. When shit's going down is the wrong fucking time to realize you lost your fucking dick somewhere. Like, that's how people get killed. A goddamn chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and if the whole fucking chain is weak, like, you're going to get crushed. And then the people that you're supposed to be protecting are going to get crushed. And I have living memories of seeing exactly that in Afghanistan. Like, what happens when, like, the local populace has just been crushed for decades. Like, there's no will to fight. There's no a fucking massacre happens and people just fucking stand there. Like, don't sign up to do shit because you think it looks fucking cool. Fucking look deep inside your own heart and your own soul and ask yourself if you have the fucking intestinal fortitude to do what it takes when shit gets fucking real. Because the moment shit gets real is not the time to figure out that you're a fucking coward. That's the time to fucking realize how big and fucking brassy your balls actually are, and you go in there and you fucking do something about it, whether you fucking live or die. There's a goddamn line in the Infantryman's Creed, and it literally says, if necessary, I will fight to my death. They put that in our fucking creed. You should fucking hear how it sounds when a whole company is sounding off with it. And as a matter of fact, John, I might send that link to you from YouTube here in a minute and have you fucking play the audio. Have you play the audio so you can hear what it sounds like when a company of infantrymen sound off with the Infantryman's Creed. But that is literally a line in there. If necessary, I will fight to my death. Fuck are you scared of? A bullet hitting you in the face, guess what? That makes it quicker. Taking a fucking round to your fucking bulletproof fucking vest, like that's what they're fucking made for. Catching a fucking round to your fucking leg and maybe fucking possibly bleeding out on the fucking pavement, guess what? That's part of the job sometimes. Like, I don't know how else I can say it when, by all accounts, this dude that perpetrated these crimes was looking for suicide by cop, probably, is what he was probably trying to do, because he waited outside for a lot longer than I would fucking imagine it would take to become engaged by law enforcement. But he was not engaged by law enforcement, so he then went inside. So those freaking like 10 or 11 minutes that he was outside before he even walked inside that fucking school, like, there's a lot to answer for there. And then again, that's not even going into what happened after he fucking entered the premises. I'm talking literally just from fucking his house to freaking the outside the school where he crashed his truck. There's a gap in there before he enters the school. And don't sign up for fucking, don't let your ego fucking write cash or checks your body can't cash, dude. Because fucking when shit like this goes down, I don't know, man. Am I fucking 7,000 miles away again, or am I in the United States of America?
You're in America, sir.
That's all I'm saying.
You're in America, sir.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah,
so
that's no problem. Guys, good morning. Thank you to the Starks for coming by to the show. How you guys feeling today? And you know, we see 11B, 102C for the win.
Oh fuck yeah. That's a fucking 11 Bravo that's a fucking 11 Bravo junior enlisted with a freaking 2 Charlie fucking skill identifier. I'll have to look that up real quick because it's fucking my head up right now. But good morning,
yeah.
good morning, Mike. Good morning. Good to see you, bro.
Ben Davies, his wife is here too. Ben Davies is here. Good morning, guys. And hey,
Ben
we
Davies,
had a pretty interesting week. And hey, if it gets a little slow, guys, we're sorry, but nothing happened this week. But we got some things to talk about.
We do.
You want me to start off?
Yeah, go ahead, John. I was just kind of talking for a little bit. So give me a little bit of a mental and emotional reset, and then we'll go ahead, brother.
So Mike Stark, aka the Norse Mandalorian, he said javelin gunner.
Javelin gunner, my man, dude, my man. I got to fire a javelin and an AT4 once, both, and that was that for cool. the dirt. I did get to do that, but that means if Mike has that skill identifier, that means he did it a lot more than once. I can tell you that. I can tell you that.
Actually, we got to get him on the show. I got to talk to him, man.
We do. I think we do. I think that would be cool to hear from him. Yeah. It really would be.
So I guess because we kind of watched a couple of the same things this week. We kind of have a little bit of the same thoughts this week, which is actually kind of cool. But to start off with things that you didn't watch, probably, I started another Apple TV Plus show after For All Mankind because I needed something to fill my Jones in, and I started a new show called Severance, and I thought it was going to be a comedy. I thought it was going to be a comedy about a bunch of assholes in an office. Nope, it's not that at all. It's about these dudes who are like practically lobotomized, and they sit in this office and they go, it's like some kind of like social project in a way. I don't understand it. I watched the first episode. I'm intrigued as hell. It's got John Turturro. It's got this other dude with the first name Adam. I can't remember his name, but it's kind of weird. It's intriguing, and like the premise of it is that these people are. Tell me you have watched Obi-Wan. Hey Ben, if you hang out, if you hang out for a
little bit,
just hang out for a little bit because we both did. Yeah. And I mean, we had to. It was probably the most peaceful thing we had this week, to be honest with you. So where was I? Oh yeah, so Severance. Yeah, so it's like, so let's say like you were like really miserable with your life and broke and shit, and they said, hey, you could come into our project. We'll give you a bunch of fucking money. You just don't remember anything at all. You don't remember who you are, blah blah blah, and then that's pretty much what it is so far. I'll keep you updated.
Please do. I'm looking forward to hearing about it. That
Severance,
does sound a little intriguing.
Yeah, Severance is definitely like a different type of show. Like it's
Sure.
very interesting.
Picking up on that a little bit.
Yeah. What else have? Oh, so I've been playing a lot of Avengers.
Okay.
Playing a lot of like Diamond Rock RP, which yesterday.
How's that going by the way?
Yeah. Well,
how are those guys doing?
So yesterday there was a major bank robbery.
Okay.
One of our DD214 members, Ashton Steimling, shot a cop.
No way.
It was a complete accident because his buttons got messed up. It was a very interesting situation, and I felt really bad for him. But it was pretty intense. There was car chases. There was a bank robbery. Obviously, I'm running Weasel News, so that gets pretty fun. But the one thing that I started playing this week, I started playing with Frenchie, No Man's Sky. The game has been out for 6 years. It's on the Game Pass, and I've been on like a space kick. And
you pulled a J. You pulled a J and like went back to something that has been out like everybody's known about for like ever, and you're just now doing it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And at first I thought this was going to be a disaster, and it really wasn't. And this game, okay, first off, the game is huge. You think ARM was big? You think fucking you think Fallout's big? You think Call of Duty Warzone's big? Suck my dick. This shit's in the outer regions of fucking space. And not only can you travel through galaxies, but you can check other planets. There's planets colliding. Hang on, and wait a minute, let me tell you. Hang on, Google, how many star systems are in No Man's Sky? The answer to that, you ready for this?
Sure.
255 unique galaxies. The max value of an 8-bit unsigned integer. In turn, they are composed of 4.2 billion regions. The max value of 32-bit unsigned integer, each of which contains 122 to 580 star systems in this game.
The game procedurally builds itself. Then is that correct?
Yes.
Is that how that works?
And it gets bigger.
Good
morning, Pablo. Good morning, Frenchie.
Is Pablo here?
Pablo's here. Good morning,
no
Pablo.
No fucking way. Pablo Martinez, dude. Freaking veteran of Forged in Fire, man.
I see everything.
Look his shit up. Look his shit up, guys. I'm telling you. You want good knives, a good sword? You want a badass Tomahawk Ranger? All right? It'll chop right through a motherfucking starship. All right? Get Pablo shit, dude. Look him up. Oh, my God. Good morning, Pablo. Good to see you, buddy.
Oh man, so you're traveling through the outer regions of space, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's how Descenders, that BMX mountain biking game I played. Like it's a procedurally developed game. Like the levels basically build themselves, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes, and I think the game has an algorithm with its AI where the game just keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like it doesn't end. I just got my hyperdrive and I'm like, okay, great. But
I think I was doing some math in my head, and I think I was already encroaching on like you'd have to play that game for about 100 years straight.
Yeah.
Not like 100 years like taking naps and shit and sleeping and eating at like 100 years straight.
Yeah.
Before you even carved out probably like some of the outer sections of it.
Yeah.
Like it would take a long fucking time.
It's a vast, very massive game, but wait, there's more. You could either choose to be an explorer, or you could choose to be a pirate, a trader, or whatever. You could choose to make money or be a warrior.
What did you choose?
I'm an explorer, man. I'm an explorer all the way. And one of the coolest thing is that there's a massive amount of ships that you can buy, but you need to hustle. You need to gather minerals, and you can either use them for your suit because you need to use sodium to keep your suit working, and you use carbon to keep your oxygen going. So it's you need to use the minerals and the sources of the planets to stay alive. I
was gonna say you basically have to fucking pay attention. In other words,
yeah.
Like you can't just like sit there and like black out for like 2 hours and like otherwise everything will get
unless
fucked,
you're
right?
inside of your ship. If you're inside of your ship, you could sit there for 6 hours and nothing will happen to you. There's storms that will affect your suit. That will affect. You could build bases. And probably one of the coolest things I thought of the game is that the ships, I said the ships already. There's just so much. You don't have to kill anything. You could sell your stuff to make money, to buy ships, to buy gear. But there was one thing that made me love this game even more.
What was it?
The fact that when I put this game on my PC, it gave me an option to play it regularly or to play it in VR. So what the fuck do you think I did?
VR?
I played No Man's Sky and was flying through space in VR. And,
are you fucking kidding me? Was that fucking badass?
And
was it cool?
It's more than badass, because you know when you play a game, you're using your controllers to kind of like steer a ship and stuff?
Yeah.
That's not what's going on here. You have to actually utilize the buttons in the ship to drive. You need to utilize every button.
No fucking way, bro.
Yeah. It changes the whole aspect of the game. It changes everything. And
Shut
the first thing I said
fuck
to myself,
up. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, so the first thing I said was, I have to fly this ship. First thing.
Well, did you do that? Did you do that before or after you beat your dick? Like,
oh, I was doing it during.
Oh,
during. Okay.
Yeah, like trying to like fly a ship and like sitting there like, come on.
Listen, I was so hard from this, okay?
Oh, I can imagine.
Like this shit, my wife, and mind you, I'm playing multiplayer with my wife while I'm in VR, okay? So we're playing multiplayer. I'm in VR. She's playing regularly. She sees me. I'm touching her face, spanking her ass and shit, you know? You know,
you're
it's
like, can you imagine, like, you get the opportunity with VR now to, like, drunk drive a fucking spaceship, dude? Like, how fucking stupid are we, dude? Like, god damn it, dude. Like,
that is not a bad idea. But this is,
let
me tell you.
While you're smacking your old lady's ass, while you just like nothing but like sexual harassment and drunk driving, right?
Bro,
like,
I'm
my god,
this,
dude.
This shit.
That is fucking hilarious.
And to think, first off, you're playing No Man's Sky. It's a massive game. You would never think that this game would be transitioned perfectly into VR. But when I'm in that world, I sit down and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I see all these buttons, and I see the steering stick, and I see the acceleration thing, and I have to use each hand, and I have to grip it, and I can't move my hand, so I put my hand over on my lap, and my my arm over on my armrest, so I'm able to control the speed and the flight with the joystick while using the Oculus while playing this game in VR. This game is, and there's an update just came out for it the other day. It's on Game Pass. This game is a 9 out of 10.
Badass.
This game,
I just the fact that you have the ability to do that sounds badass.
It's fun. It's fun, and that's my 168 hours, man. I mean, other than, you know, and I guess we'll talk about you, me, and Lore together, you know, because
yeah.
We'll get into that before Obi-Wan and shit. Yeah.
I was gonna say I can hit that towards the end of mine.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got, since we have a couple of things, like we've got that Obi-Wan and
Stranger Things
in common. So yeah. All right. Well, dude, yeah. I was telling you before the show.
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Jason. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to church, man. So I was telling you a little bit before the show. We kind of had a little bit of a subdued week this week. It wasn't nearly as busy as previous weeks have been. We're kind of we're really kind of like just starting to hit cruise mode, and then the girls obviously got out of school, so like this was their
great. The summer,
dude. Summer vacation is here. Yeah, man. I told my youngest. I told her when she got home from school, I'd play her a song called "School's Out for Summer." You know, like that Alice Cooper song, right?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like it slipped my mind for a little bit, but we went out that night for dinner and stuff, and when we were driving home on the way home from dinner, it came on the radio, and so like I cranked that shit. I cranked that shit on because we were on one of the interstates out here in the metro, and I cranked that shit. So we were listening to fucking Alice Cooper fucking on their their last day of school, basically after they finished the last day of school. So that was pretty cool. So happy. That'd be a happy dad memory. My daughters probably think I'm a fucking nerd, which I am, but But it'll be a happy dad memory for me. You know what I mean? Just like blasting Alice Cooper on the last day of school. You know what I mean? Like, pretty kick-ass. So, this week I got a couple things. What did we watch? Oh, fucking Harry Potter.
You watched Harry Potter?
Yeah, I do, dude. I have never read a single fucking book. I had never seen a fucking single movie. Probably intentionally stayed the fuck away from it, you know, for several years in there. It's been like, what, like 2 fucking decades? You know what I mean? Like, something like that. Like, I don't even know how, like, it's been a while. Like, this shit's been out for a hot minute. I remember it was like right after, I think Harry Potter started coming in like when I was like just after like I got out of high school. So like I missed fucking all of it. Just all of it. You know, completely. But my oldest started reading it in school this year. So we got her like the whole set for freaking, it was either Christmas or her birthday. We got her the whole set, and then we've been kind of like reading through the books, and then we're watching the movies together now. So I got to see Harry Potter. I got to see Harry Potter 1 and 2. Have never seen them, never read the stories, never like anything. Like I know some of the memes from the internet, you know, like, but outside of that, like, I got nothing, dude, because I just never bought in, I guess.
Yeah.
My takeaway was kind of a fun little story, I guess. I think it's good. So far, it's shaping up to be a good story for kids. I like a lot of the, you know, the fight from behind, you know, underdog, you know, hidden destiny, you know, like why the fuck the whole world bullies the fuck out of Harry Potter too, by the way. Like, I don't know. It's like this kid's freaking parents were like killed in a car accident or some shit. You know what I mean? He's got a giant fucking Z fucking carved into his fucking forehead. You know what I mean? Like, why you gotta bully this motherfucker even? Why you gotta bully him more? I don't understand. Like, why does everybody like just so much Harry Potter hate going on, man? Like, I don't get it. But I've only seen the second movie up to this point.
The chosen one.
I haven't. Well, I mean, obviously he's I mean, clearly. I mean, it's just like, you know, if he wasn't the chosen one, it'd be like, you know, what's the fuck? Like, what's one of the little dumbass like? Oh yeah, Dobby. It'd be like Dobby. Yeah. Dobby and the Sorcerer's Stone, right? If it was fucking, is it Dobby or Dobby?
Dobby.
I like the way Dobby sounds better. Whatever. Okay, Dobby. All right, Dobby, the freaking slave elf, the poor bastard, dude. Like he's all freaking and why has everybody been treating fucking Dobby so goddamn bad? Like,
everybody treats like, Dobby like shit, bro.
He like almost cried because Harry Potter told him to fucking sit down, dude. Like, how bad has that fucking poor elf been mistreated in his fucking life, dude? Like, I was like, Jesus, dude. Like,
there is such a wild lore. There's a wild lore to those elves too. Like you would not believe. It's crazy.
I don't know how that poor little bastard hasn't gone fucking postal yet, man. Like, good. Although I was really proud to see Harry Potter like give a fuck about him a little bit. I hope somewhere fucking down the road, like, Dobby fucking all of his dreams come true, because that you could tell that fucking abused little bastard has just been like fucking just mistreated, dude. Mistreated.
I gotta say they do a good job with the character development in this show.
Right.
You know, it's pretty cool.
I'm just not familiar. I've never seen it, but Harry Potter 1 and 2 on Jay's 10-inch scale, I'm gonna give it a solid fucking 7.
Oh,
so
nice, 7 out of 10.
It was entertaining enough that I definitely like had to put my phone down a few times and actually like watch and keep up with it. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. Yeah.
It did not keep my like the entirety of my the entirety of my attention the entire time, but as expected, it's a kids movie. I don't expect it to be a fucking. I'm not sitting here having to pay attention to every last detail so that I can figure out like who the murderer was at the end. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like that. It's a fucking kids movie. So 7 inches out of 10. Good solid fucking raw dogging, you know, from a fucking well-known franchise. Looks like this is something maybe we could talk to the Yumi and Lore guys, you know, the universe of Harry Potter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there could be a deep dive on that.
They're gonna expand over to movies and shows.
Well, we were talking about like while we were watching the movie, down here in the basement with the family, we were talking about like there's like a Harry Potter land right in Florida now or some shit.
Yeah.
At like Universal Studios
It's right
or some
next
shit like
to.
that.
It's like right next to like the Simpsons world too.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like that'd be a cool little thing to go see. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
DD214 Gaming goes to Hogwarts. We're planning it
go.
now, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
We're gonna get some butterbeer.
Butterbeer. And then the only really, aside from the stuff that you and me both watched this week, the only other thing I really did was I checked out Sniper Elite 5 because I've been playing the shit.
I want to hear about that.
Well, so the backstory to this is your friendly neighborhood Jay is very, very fucking selective and picky about any of his entertainment that he chooses to like utilize, right? And including video games, obviously. I've been playing the shit out of Sniper Elite 4 for like over a year now, just because it's mindless and senseless violence, and I can just use the the NPCs in that game as like a mental punching bag, basically. You know what I mean? And it's
literally.
I basically set it to the easiest setting, and then I just go on like a rampage through the levels. You know what I mean? Or I'll put it on like survival mode. You know, I love survival mode on that shit, where it's just like see how long
it's either easy or chaos,
overwhelmingly hard. And I'm glad you've played it too. So it's like, it can be overwhelmingly easy or overwhelmingly hard, where it's like, you're like, okay, you're not even like, even for the easiest difficulty setting, the NPCs are like way too stupid right now. And then all of a sudden, like the next wave, they like overwhelm you in 2 seconds. You're like, okay, where the fuck did that come from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so long story short, Sniper Elite 5, I'm going to give it a good, like solid rating probably, but I have a couple of issues with it. I've only played I'm only probably like 2 or 3 hours into it. I still have not even beat the first level. I have it on the easiest difficulty setting, and this one they cranked up the difficulty, and you can tell.
Nice.
They definitely cranked up the difficulty because I have it on the easiest setting, and I'm not basically like just walking through the map. Like I still have to absolutely utilize like cover concealment. You cannot run and gun. You can to an extent, but good luck. You know what I mean? It's one of those like they made the NPCs a lot smarter in this one. Unfortunately for a player like me, that's actually a bad thing. So now and then the mechanics, some of the gameplay controls, most of them stayed almost identical. They changed a couple things though, and it's fucked me up a couple times playing the game already. So I'm actually going to be giving Sniper Elite 5 a lower rating than I would give Sniper Elite 4, because I'm only playing this game to basically like waste Nazis, right? Like that's the only reason I even started playing it to begin with. I need my Nazi scalps, right? And like when I've had a rough day, you know, at the office at Arrowhead or at fucking Kaufman or at, you know, one of the theaters downtown, I just want to come home and watch bullets fly through like Nazi eyeballs. Okay? I don't feel like I'm asking for a lot here.
No.
I really don't. I really, really don't.
I will say my favorite Sniper Elite, I believe, was the second one. It was the first one I ever played. And they had a specific level in there where you kill Hitler.
Yeah. Like that.
You kill Hitler.
How do you not get off on that?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm asking for a lot here. So Sniper Elite 5, good game. If you're just looking for a couple of the mechanics that did change, like let's say on Sniper Elite 4, if you're on the easiest level, it'll basically show you in your vision like where the enemies are, even if they're like behind concealment. And so it just makes it that much more fun to just like massacre them basically, right? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that much more fun, and you can plan it out better or whatever. This game, they took that away. So you can see where a couple of them are, but they did on the easy level, they don't show you where they're all out on the map anymore. And so the difficulty level was increased, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I'm looking forward to playing this game what I would call like more seriously, like actually trying to like play the level as if I would play it in real, you know, like real life, like trying to really creep and crawl. And these levels are massive too. So if you were really trying to,
they really are.
If you were trying to like go for the gold, these are levels that like if you're playing them seriously, you're gonna be there for over an hour on one level, like just by itself. It like I'm talking every single level in the game is like that. So it definitely gets points. It gets style points for that. Like you're you know the fun is going to be endless. Okay, the entertainment is going to be endless. I still need to get used to the mechanics of it, and I need to get used to
They
the
always
difficulty
change it
level.
up, don't they?
They do, but you know what? For a picky ass like me that just wants it to be handed to me on a platter, like the way I play Sniper Elite 4, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah,
I
a
think
good challenge.
it is a better challenge, and it's a game that I will probably take more seriously and play more seriously now that the difficulty element has been like forced on me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So instead of using Sniper Elite 4 for a punching bag, I'll use Sniper Elite 5 when I want to play fucking tactical fucking chess.
There you go.
So we'll go there. So on Jay's 10 inch fucking scale, I'm gonna give Sniper Elite 5 also fucking a solid throbby veiny fucking 7 out of 10. Solid game, good decent enough mechanics, and they did introduce they did increase the difficulty. So we will leave it at that. And then I guess I can use this portion to segue. The only other thing I did this week is you, me, and Lore. Do you want to talk about you, me, and Lore before we do Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Let's do that. So you and me a few nights ago, we basically did an audio recording for a different podcast. And why don't you just kind of take it away from there?
Yeah, so to kind of start off, we're living the dream, guys. We were finally guests on the podcast called You and Me and Lore. And it's kind of like, it kind of looks like a trade-off, but the way that it was described to us is that it was just a genuine thing, and it just had to happen, First off, to start off, go check out You, Me, and Lore on Spotify. They're up to their 9th episode now. We are their 9th episode, so buyer beware. And answer their poll, where does the cereal go? Okay, because that's a poll that they have on Spotify right now that I thought was pretty hilarious. But first off, the whole time going in, I'm just thinking like, holy shit, we're guests on the podcast. This is gonna be interesting. What are they gonna ask? What are they gonna do? And we got to, first off, we went in there and we did a completely different show than what was supposed to happen.
That's putting it very lightly, John.
Yeah.
That's putting it very lightly.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it was natural. It was fun. I know I was a bit quiet, but that I get quiet, so that's just me being quiet. I like to observe the room, and it was pretty.
Dude, John was like the Jizza in Wu-Tang, man. He was like the head. Like I want everybody to know that John was like, he was the dude like peeping the whole room. And when you hear John come in, because I listened to the whole thing yesterday after they put it out. And when John comes in, he just like drops fucking like nukes on everybody every time he opens his mouth on that podcast. And he's like the foil, because like I was obviously being the fucking giant clown, just being a loudmouth, asshole. And John, every time John came in, it was like, oh shit. Like, and it was beautiful. Yeah,
I had such a good time too, because like you Brandon,
Right.
you guys have that connection, but then me and K-Dog, we connected real good too. We're Jersey boys at heart, so there, that natural conversation
Banter.
was there. Yeah,
Like,
it was so fun, man. We gotta do it again. We gotta turn it into like some type of barbecue or something. We gotta go to podcast conventions. We gotta,
Fuck yeah. Oh, speaking of conventions, real quick, I want to give a shout out to my boy Chris Patterson, fantasy author. If you happen to be in the Phoenix area right now, Phoenix, Arizona, they're having one of their Comic Cons, and my boy Chris Patterson, he's been a guest on this show. My boy Chris Patterson has a booth there. Go check him out, fantasy author Chris Patterson. Want to give him a shout out. And so if you're in the Phoenix area and you're fucking bored today and you ain't got shit to do, go to that motherfucking Comic Con and check out my boy Chris Patterson and his fucking fantasy books, man. Watch him fucking blow your wig back, dude. Turn your fucking head into a fucking canoe, bitch. All right, with some fantasy shit. All right? So, go ahead, John, my bad.
No, you're good. Listen, it was a good fucking time. We have to do it again. But the funny thing is that the title says part 1. I didn't realize that we had that much footage to have a part 2, and that scares me. Because what if we do it again it's going to be 6 hours next time, and then it's going to be 12, and then it's going to end up being a 24-hour episode, and then we're really fucked.
I don't want to talk for 24 hours, dude.
I don't want to fucking talk for 24 hours either.
I don't think anybody needs to see that, and I don't think any
no one deserves that monstrosity.
No, bro. People don't want to see that shit, bro. That's just no. That would be way too much.
Now a 24-hour stream, that's a different story. Maybe.
Fuck no. I get why a lot of the, I know because we've talked about it on this show. We've talked about the big name streamers. They do challenges to raise money for charities and stuff like that.
Yep.
I'm down with all that shit. I don't think I can do it though. I don't think I have the emotional wherewithal anymore. Like I did that so much in the fucking army, dude. Like I can't even fathom. Yeah. Oh I don't even want to think about staying up for 24 hours straight anymore, bro. Like I don't want to do it anymore, bro. Like I just want
to sleep.
Yeah, man. Like yeah, dude, like I would. I have no. Like I want to raise all the money for charity. I want to fucking do whatever. Dude, we are gonna do whenever the fuck they come out with it. Whenever Pocky comes out with their 2022 chip challenge, I'm gonna get that shit. We're gonna do it live.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it on this fucking show live. Like this shit's coming, guys. You know. On this but don't ask me to stay awake for fucking 24 hours ever fucking again.
Oh boy.
He's pulling his cock out.
there goes Jay. There goes.
What did he say? He's pulling his cock out.
That's what he said. Oh man, dude, it's just very interesting. I lost my thought. I was gonna say something and then I lost my thought.
I could see it. I could see the wheels turning and then they ground to like a fucking screeching halt. Like there's a wrench in there somewhere.
Something tells me that something's gonna go down with the DD214 podcast and you.
Oh, Chris, my man.
Good morning, Mr. Burdette. You just reminded me that I have staff duty in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you poor bastard.
Shit.
Poor bastard. Hey, but at least he gets to be the fucking NCOIC, dude. That helps out a lot of staff duty. Because here's the part. Let me clue all my freaking beautiful junior enlisted babies out there, dude. Like in on something. When you become an NCO and you become the fucking NCOIC, it doesn't matter what your dumbass fucking sergeant major fucking sets down for fucking rules in staff duty. As long as they're not fucking there, fucking they don't see shit, you get to make the fucking rules. Okay? You are the NCOIC, so as long as fucking you get away with it, like, oh, you're not allowed to have electronics overnight, no phones included. Bull fucking shit. Like, how the fuck are we gonna stay awake, dumbass? Like, that shit doesn't fucking, that's not reality, bro. Like, get the fuck out of the 1980s. The fucking Cold War ended fucking in like 1991. Okay? Like, let's be a little bit smarter, not harder, Sergeant Major. Okay? And now that I got the DD214, I can fucking tell you that. Okay, all you dumbass sergeants major out there that think fucking keeping people awake all fucking night and not just doing a rotating nap schedule, which would totally fucking work because we've done it many times behind your fucking dumbass backs. It's a lot easier to make shit happen and keep everybody safe. But you assholes are often the reasons of why people are driving home on fucking 30 hours of fucking awake. Because I was in a unit, John, where even if you had staff duty, you still had to do PT in the morning.
Oh shit!
I would get up at 4:30 in the morning. Drive from Pueblo, Colorado to Fort Carson, do PT 6:30 to fucking 8, show up to staff duty at 9, and then I didn't get off till the next day at fucking 09 the next day. So do the math on that? 04:30 to 09 the next day. That's like freaking 29 and a half hours, almost 30 hours straight. So how safe was I driving 40 fucking miles back to my house? How safe do you think I was driving? I mean, obviously I'm sitting here, but that was the policy. How fucking stupid fucking dumb is that? You're not excused from PT. You can't fucking take a fucking 3-hour nap as long as somebody else is awake, on guard basically. Like, you tell me it's fucking staff duty. By the way, there's no weapons involved here. We're talking about manning a desk. Okay, this is like army wide. So for those of you that are currently serving, I know you already know, but there's probably people that are watching or listening don't understand. Like, we're talking about manning a desk. This is not an armed thing.
You're sitting at a desk, probably playing your PlayStation.
Yeah. if your sergeant major isn't a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And we've seen it, have we not? We've seen it. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's actually it's very interesting too, because I'm probably about to break a lot of hearts, and probably people are going to call me a liar when I say this.
Uh-oh.
I've never done staff duty. I've never done any duty.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
Your MOS was you guys are not exempt from stuff like that, but with your MOS, you are needed a lot more doing your job. You're one of the only MOSs where they're like, no, you do your job and pretty much your job only.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, and the one thing that I did learn, always.
Looks like Chris Baudette's in a fucking unit that actually has some common fucking sense. Brother, I'm glad for you, and I'm glad your unit has like a measure of common fucking sense. Like, thank God, because, like, you know how it was when we were
24-hour recovery. That's actually not bad.
Dude, that's how it's supposed to be. That's the idea behind it. But then you get these BCs and these sergeants major that just want to just control everything.
Yeah.
It's the micromanaging. It's not that they don't know what they're talking about or that they weren't good soldiers when they were junior enlisted themselves or junior officers. It's not that any of that. They're just micromanaging assholes. That's it. And that's ultimately what kills it in every unit is, you know, I gotta have all 5 fingers of both hands in 5 different fucking pies at all times. And then that doesn't give your lower level subordinates breathing room to operate and maneuver on their own within their own, you know, areas of influence. You know, like a first sergeant now doesn't have the power to operate his own company. A sergeant first class doesn't have the power to operate his own platoon.
Yeah.
You know, the squad leader doesn't have power anymore to operate his own squad. Because basically, Sergeant Major and BC are telling them exactly how to do it at all times. It just doesn't work like that. Do you want me to be a leader or do you want me to be a follower? Because you're asking me to be... If you're making that many rules about shit, you're turning me into a follower. Now I'm not a leader. Now I'm not doing anything of my own volition or as a leader. I'm just doing basically like what the fuck you told me to do. You know? That doesn't make me a leader. That makes me your follower. And I know. I'm not a fucking follower. You know, I wasn't born.
These days? It doesn't even pay well.
I wasn't born, dude. The Birds had a fucking great song. It's hippie as fuck, dude. But it's called "I Wasn't Born to Follow." It's on the Easy Rider soundtrack. Remember Easy Rider? Yeah. Fucking Peter Fonda, Dennis Hopper, Jack Nicholson from like 1969. Literally 1969. Yeah, that movie. There's a fucking song on there called "I Wasn't Born to Follow" on the soundtrack, and it's a great song. I wasn't fucking born to follow, dude. Straight up, like that. Not in my fucking blood, dude. I'm sorry. You know. So hey. I can be a responsible subordinate, but I wasn't born to follow, homie.
Hua. Oh shit, my chair just lowered.
All right, what the fuck? So okay. So we just did Yumi and Lore. What was the Roadhouse?
Well, hey, is Mr. Liotta part of the Roadhouse? Yeah, he has to.
Oh be. No, let's.
He has to be part. He has to be part of the Roadhouse at least because. Tell me you got like a picture or something of him. I actually have a picture of him.
Let's fucking do it.
It's not a picture of him, okay? The picture that I have is a picture of him as Tommy Vercetti when he was in Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah. Put that up, please.
There it is.
Let's talk about, dude. Dude. There's one. Give me a second, dude.
You want me to put the shoe? You know, I'm gonna put Shoeless Joe right next to him.
No, there's one. I can pull it up and I can send it to you like right now, dude. Where it's like it's drawn in like the style of like there. I got it. Give me a second, John. Incoming. Give me 1 second. Oh, I so got you, dude. You're gonna love this. Hope you're ready to cream your pants, dude.
Of course.
Oh. Yeah, you fucking dumbass. Trying to do shit too quick. A little ahead of myself.
Well, that's like we are who we are.
Yeah. 500 fucking miles a second, dude. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, homie.
The music is moving too.
It really is. Hey, incoming to your messenger right now.
Yep, I'm waiting.
There it is. Shit, dude, tell me you ain't gonna cream on that, dude. Like, look at that shit.
And it's so funny that we both have GTA style photos.
Yeah, dude, does that not make your fucking pussy wet, dude? Look at that fucking triumphant fucking bastard, dude.
So,
Look at him,
guys, we lost Shoeless Joe Jackson, bro.
Yeah,
We lost-
Shoeless Joe.
We fucking, we've been,
That was actually the first movie I remember him from was Field of Dreams.
really,
That's like that
actually,
was
yeah, me too.
well, but I was a kid. I was a kid in the '80s. That movie came out in like I don't know, like '88 or some shit.
And he was a
We
badass.
watched it. I remember watching it in the family room in Arizona, growing up with my old my parents, my old man, and yeah, like it's like that was my first Ray Liotta movie was watching him play Shoeless Joe, and that's probably how I'm always gonna remember him in my dreams, is just seeing him kind of like fade in from the cornfield and fade back into it, and fade back out into it, when he's walking away. You know what I mean? Like, so I want to,
man.
dude, Ray Liotta's a badass dude. Thanks for the fucking memories, dude. Like all that, because like he was one of the mainstays in our childhood and developmental teenage years. Is like, it's fucking Ray Liotta, and he's a badass dude. Like all my life, or what did he say at the beginning of Goodfellas? Like all my life, all I ever wanted to be was a gangster. You know what I mean?
Go.
Like that's what I'm saying, dude. Like that's iconic shit, dude. Like
Yeah,
that's iconic shit.
Like for me, so obviously I knew him from Goodfellas, I knew him from Field of Dreams, but what really did it for me, Grand Theft Auto, when he played Tommy Vercetti, it
Yep.
was a major,
Vice City.
Yeah, for me, it was one of those. It was a game that changed, my perspective on video games, and at that time I didn't know who the fuck Ray Liotta was, but I knew a couple years later, like, oh shit, that was Ray
That's
Liotta.
the dude that's the dude that played for. Yeah. Can you blow that one back up just for a minute? I just gotta like
Look at it.
Yeah. This dude, like, rest in power, Ray Liotta. Rest in fucking power, brother.
You know what? That's probably gonna be the Halloween costume this year.
Dude, you would look fucking badass
As
As
fucking
fucking
Tommy Vercetti.
Tommy
right?
Vercetti. Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, dude. You get yourself a little fucking a little three-piece like that. You know what I'm saying? Leave the fucking top button pop with no tie. Fucking put a piece in your hand, John.
Yeah,
you be
man.
fucking rocking that
And
shit,
I have
homie.
to say, Rockstar Games, who are constantly being brought up on our show, good and bad, they made a very beautiful tribute to Ray Liotta. For
Did they really?
Yeah, and it was actually kind of surprising that they did, because Rockstar, they're not very, they don't answer on things like that. So it was cool.
Well,
to
they haven't
see
been
them
answering
show
for a
us
lot
that.
of stuff lately, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it time?
I think it's time. Let's head on down to the Roadhouse.
Bam.
Is it not playing?
Yeah. You don't hear it?
I didn't hear the whistle. No.
Fucking whistle didn't go off. Shit.
No,
Hold up.
telling you. I didn't hear it.
I got you right now.
There it is. All right.
Fucking internet.
There we go, little pilgrims. We heard the war whistle whine. It's been another 168 hours. Come on down to Jay's Roadhouse. Let's see how things went this week. Ow! Here we go. All right, so John, interestingly enough, you are very familiar with both bands that I'm gonna kind of review / Jay's Roadhouse.
And they
this
have
week, right?
both very opposite perspectives on the both of them too. That's the funny thing.
Right. So we had gotten tickets. Me and Nikki had gotten tickets. My beautiful girlfriend. We had gotten tickets to see this show this week because one of Nikki's favorite bands, like ever, is this band called Red. Okay, this is a band that I'm like fairly unfamiliar with, but like I've heard of them back in the day, kind of thing. But just whatever, blah blah blah. Red was actually opening for another band called
Starset.
Starfuck, whatever. Okay, whatever. Never fucking heard of these guys. Okay, never heard of them. All right. Functionally, like I'm really unfamiliar with both of these bands. Okay. So In keeping with Jay's Roadhouse, first thing I wanted to say is because I wasn't doing security on this one, I was watching and seeing like how they did their security. We did it at the same venue where, remember last time I made the complaint when we saw the Who, that like you couldn't even tell who the fuck security was.
Yeah.
Massive improvement this time. Massive improvement. So I'm not gonna name the specific venue that it was at, but I want to give them their props. I knew who the fucking security guards were this time. Massive improvement from last time. Good job, guys. Okay? Like, they actually had fucking uniforms on. They looked a little bit more professional. How about that? You know? So, Nikki got a VIP ticket so she could meet the band. And she did. And so she got autographs on, like, a poster and one of her CDs. And she can maybe tell you more about that later, but she'd been waiting a long time to meet this band, and they it's one of those bands that have a significant, or have had a significant impact on her life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it was really important for her when she did this. You know what I mean? Like, so I was very happy she got to do that. We got to the venue. Red started playing, and I could dig them. You know what I mean? I could dig them. Didn't blow my doors off, but they were, you know, functionally pretty good. And I realized, like, having the conversations with Nikki about the band, and I was asking her questions about it because I'm not very familiar with the band or its history, but apparently they didn't do a lot of touring, and so they never really just got big, if you want to call it that. They never really just made it. She's like, yeah, this is one of the first times they've ever like gone on an actual tour. And I was like, what?
And I actually can I add to that too?
Of course you can, because you probably know more about it than I do.
Red has been around for a long time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Starset has only been around for a minuscule amount of years. I know this because I am a huge fan of them. So it's bonkers to me that a band like Red, who has the cult following, even though they suck now,
right,
that they were still opening up for another band who was still newer in nature.
Right. And I would actually say that based off of, let me give the positive of Starset's performance first. They definitely
mind with some of their shit that I have to tell you about them.
Well, dude, they captivated the crowd. They definitely owned the crowd. I will always respect that from any performer. The crowd was there to see them, and they played to their crowd. They definitely played to their crowd. That's always, you are always gonna get high marks with me when you do that with your crowd. If you the motherfuckers are there to see you, so why the fuck are you gonna do some shit that nobody came to see, right? Like, that's what I'm saying.
I can't wait to talk about this too. This is.
Well, here's the thing. I wasn't really blown away by their music, less.
Yeah,
so.
And I said this to you too. Remember what I said to you.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, me and Nikki, within the last few days, when we've been home, like, we've watched a couple of Starset's like music videos, and they're all right, but again, like, meh, like extremely meh on their music.
I'm gonna give you 5 songs to check out.
I mean, I will absolutely listen to them for you. Just don't be disappointed.
No, trust me. I don't have high hopes when I give you things, because I want to hear your perspective, whether you like it or not.
Well, I've heard them live, and I've watched a few of their music videos with Nikki the last few days, and I'm even more underwhelmed with their studio stuff that they make music videos with than I was live.
I could give you my perspective on that too, because I have a lot to say about that as well.
I would love to hear it, because like, basically this Starfuck just seems like a band to me that just, they seem like they're trying fucking too hard, and it's like, dude, you're getting a little too old to be such a fucking tryhard. Like, you can tell they're a little bit older. It's like, you're getting a little bit too old to be such a fucking tryhard.
And it's funny because I have something to say about that too. Why is my camera?
I do.
We'll finish up.
You go ahead and chime in. Because like, I'll just sit here and kind of roast them, because like, I'm not a huge fan of either of them.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, Red was fucking way better.
So
and like,
Red, so I would actually expect you to enjoy Red much better. One, because they're just more of that rock style that more people are used to and familiar with. Red, in my opinion, they were great. They were great. In fact, I could go into my phone right now I'm going to tell you the songs that I have of them and what year they came out, and that will be the last time I ever listened to them. So yeah, I got Red. I got 3 albums here. The last thing that I have from them was from 2009. 2009 is the last thing that I have from them. Yeah. It's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 songs. You know? Nothing special. Nothing special at all. If you guys could see, yeah. Fucking, it's not. Yeah. So what's very interesting about all this, So what's very interesting about the band is that the band themselves, they've been out, I can tell you that their first album, okay. I have 7 songs from them, Jay. Just 7. And the last one is from 2009.
I'm anxious. I will listen to them for you. I have no problem with that.
Well, that's Red. That's Red. Okay. Like,
oh well.
Yeah. Red,
okay.
Red,
I don't. I'm sorry. I had a little disagreement with my youngest.
Oh, yeah.
A moment ago.
Hey, listen.
So
if they're not
I had
having
to get up for a second.
if they're not having disagreements with us, are they our kids, right?
Well, I mean, it's like when you're a sergeant, and you've only told the privates 500 times exactly how to do something, right? And they still find a way to like not listen to you. Yes. And it's like, dude, I can only watch you mess up this easy to do thing like so many times before your lack of comprehension is breaking my brain. You know?
Yeah, that's
funny. That's basically what happens with children. Like that is basically having children in a nutshell. Like they're gonna do that to you every fucking day until they're adults, and then they're still gonna do it when they're adults. Because I know I've done that to my parents after I reached adulthood. So I've definitely got it coming back to me, probably tenfold. So yeah.
Don't worry, Ben. We're gonna get to Obi-Wan. We're almost
thanks,
there. We just need
dude, thanks for hanging out with us, bro.
We're gonna cover Stranger Things real quick with no spoilers. But yeah, about Red, they don't have that touch anymore. But Starset,
okay.
I'm just gonna go into a quick little thing about them real quick, because the members of Starset, that band is not their primary job. Okay.
So what is it? So what is it?
The lead singer works for the Air Force, and he does research for them. The guy, he's got a master's degree in electrical engineering and avionic engineering, and he has a PhD in this shit. And on top of that, if you notice the music videos and the songs are very sci-fi-ish, they're very cinematic. And like I said in the text message that I sent to you, Starset and Red, they're in the same wavelength of music, but they are at they make things more theatrical than what your average rock band would do.
I noticed that, but I mean that's like every rock band ever now. So it's like that's one of those I don't know what you would call that. Ooh.
Yep,
there you go.
That wasn't supposed to play yet.
That's okay, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to start. Yeah, did you see the timestamp I told you to start at?
I got it.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I mean, I love Starset. They're one of my favorite bands, but the only reason why they're one of my favorite bands is because they're very theatrical. It's not about their music, because their music, like you said,
they had their crowd. They captivated the crowd. And their stage performance was not bad.
And that's it.
My issue with them was not with their performance at all. They definitely know what they know what they're doing, and they know what they're going after,
yes.
and they definitely have their demographic like nailed. You know what I mean?
And that's
they definitely have their demographic nailed.
It's very interesting that you say that too, because like I said, they're a very much newer band, and the lead singer, it's not even his primary job. The guy does research for the fucking Air Force. So it's kind of interesting that a band like this that would make such, I don't want to say basic, but it's basic with some electronic synths in it. You know, because like
what's with all the flag waving and shit? Did you what's with all their like?
So they're
trying to be they're trying to create a resistance or some shit.
Okay,
Like,
so yeah, so they're a gimmick band. So their first
I can tell.
Yeah, so
I can tell.
So and it's a story. Their first album, they were flying through space as explorers. The second album, they were trying to find themselves. The third album, they're trying to run from the establishment and create a new world. Yeah, they're trying to run from the establishment. And, yeah,
I'll give them that. I can't talk shit about that because that's Ghost. That's Ghost. That's ICP. You know what I mean? That's fucking.
They're a concept band.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, okay. I just probably just not my cup of tea. So
no, yeah, and again, you know, their music is basic with some synths in it. What they do have going for them is the fact that they have a great performance.
Yeah.
And that,
well, they were okay. I mean,
that's the only reason why I would go see them.
Me and Nikki left halfway through their set.
That's okay.
It's like, do you want to stay for the rest of the show, or do you want to go?
You didn't go there for Starset though.
No, we didn't. But at the same time, I was like, do you want to see the rest of the show, or do you want to go get a beer? It was like we both kind of chose to get a beer rather than stay for the rest of their set.
Listen,
that's all. I mean,
it's okay because you're gonna go in there. The first 10 minutes of Starset, you're gonna see the last 10 minutes. It's the same shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you about that. You know,
I was kind of picking up on that when I couldn't tell the fucking third song from the first song from the fucking eighth song.
Yeah, they're very much the same. They're very much the same. But I'll send you 5 songs that are a little
Please
bit.
Do.
Yeah, because they do have some good bangers.
I appreciate that.
You got anything else for the Roadhouse?
No, I think no. Like I said, pretty subdued week. That like the only action was fucking Red and Starfuck, and you know, I'm sorry, Starset, whatever the fuck, Stargate.
Listen, the fact
about
of the matter
Stargate?
is, you know, you got to see something that you want to see, and y'all got to meet them too. So,
Nikki got to meet them.
Okay,
I did not.
Okay,
Nikki got to meet them.
she got the VIP. You did it.
Yeah, there was no reason for me to. No, we're good. Like, if that's cool.
Yeah. So
I don't need to. Yeah, no.
So let's just touch Stranger Things real quick. No spoilers. I just want to say real quick, beautifully written. At the edge of my seat. Poor timing, I think, but everyone wants that shock factor now. I'm not gonna give a rating right now because we still have a whole. Once these 7 episodes end, we have 2 more episodes coming in July, and that it's over. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we are halfway through right now, as in like we finished the 4th episode last night.
Great cameo, right?
Yeah, I'm a little underwhelmed right now. I like although they are through like episode 3, and I was severely underwhelmed in episodes 1 and 2.
Yes.
But they started bringing it back in like episodes 3 and 4. So I was like, okay. So like as of like the last couple episodes I watched last night, I'm like, okay, I'm please bring it all the way back, because I was like, I watched the first episode and I was like, oh boy, did they like, I hope they're not nosediving.
Yeah.
Because they're on a flight pattern that's gonna nosedive soon.
Yes.
And then
funny.
episode two was like about half and half, but the half that was like still in the nosedive pattern was not making me feel good.
Yeah.
But then 3 and 4 kind of fully envelop you into the storyline.
They cranked it up a little bit too with the darkness.
They did.
You know.
Oh, they did.
They
definitely.
I respect what they're doing. I don't want to take away.
I do too.
I don't want to take away anything because again, it's really good. It's really
so
good.
So far it's not. Yeah, just punch through the. You know, there's some parts in the first 2 episodes where it's just like, all right, whatever the fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but punch through that shit, and it's starting to pick up a lot more, and I don't think it's gonna take us long to finish the fucking 7 episodes. It's probably gonna be done before. It's probably gonna be done before everybody goes to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
literally, when you told me that you were ready, I was 15 minutes into the last episode. So, and it's like it's an hour and a half long. So I'm actually kind of like intrigued. Like they're doing a good job. I hope the best because I mean these are all young actors, and You know, we'll probably see one of them as Batman one day. One of them is gonna probably be Nixon in the movie. You never know, you know. But
Right.
yeah, I'm not giving it a rating yet. I want there to be like, I don't know. If I say any more, it's kind of like giving away too much. So we'll just.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We'll do like a full balls out like Stranger Things review. I think next week because we will have both seen it at that point.
I'll fucking do a
So-
whole like Stranger Things intro and everything.
Oh, dude, we could do that shit, man. Do that shit, bro. Fucking fair use is a thing, homie.
It is, and hey,
Fucking-
I got the logos soon too.
Bro, fair use is a thing, bro. Like, so fuck them, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
So all right, so let's touch Obi-Wan real quick.
fuck yeah.
So
Fuck yeah.
I think it was probably, you know, because I'm pretty sure you have some questions and that you need some gaps to be filled. I'm sure.
Maybe.
You know,
You might be surprised.
yeah. So you know, as a Star Wars fan, you know, we've talked about Star Wars every now and then. I love the fact that they're connecting stories that we didn't know about. I love that we're seeing that Obi-Wan was not just sitting around in the cave the whole time. You know, I like the fact that we're seeing a story of Princess Leia that we never knew even existed. You know,
Right.
we just never got there. You know, and it's just the production, like, characters, production, and story. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I'm here for it. I'm giving it 10 inches, man. I'm giving it 10 inches.
Man, you got hooked on giving everything 10s, bro.
It's getting really
10
bad
inches is
lately.
like John Holmes, dude. That's like you don't come back from that
It's
shit.
getting
like,
it's getting really bad, but there's been a lot of good stuff. To me,
no.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is the most important character in the Star Wars universe, and I'm not even gonna go through the 3,000 reasons why, you know. But he is a central character, a legend, you know, in this mythology, and in all cases, the fucking GOAT.
okay.
I'm really tired of this camera focusing.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it does its job too well. Okay, so I'm gonna be a little bit more subdued. I know, John,
I
you
get
are,
rock hard for this.
dude. Yeah, you're a way bigger fan of just about everything than I am. But coming from the background where Star Wars made up a giant part of like my childhood, and then the prequels began coming out as I kind of like transitioned to adulthood. And then now, like, there's just a whole universe, multiverse, Disneyverse in 3 separate shades of gray, you know, spanning like fucking 40 years. Here's my take. A few episodes ago, it's probably about a month and a half ago, we did an episode, I think it was Double Nickel, so I think it was episode 55, so 5 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago, I said, in no uncertain terms, like, Ewan McGregor has nailed the character of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, he owns that character now. Like, he makes Alec Guinness in Star Wars Episode 4 just look like old fucking
Old
shrinkly
Ben.
balls.
Old Ben.
Old shrinkly balls.
Yeah.
Like, just worthless as fuck. That dude, the fact that Ewan McGregor took over that character and made Alec Guinness. If you don't know who Alec Guinness is, or like how prestigious his acting and film career was, you really need to do a deep dive on him outside of fucking Star Wars.
He was a fantastic actor.
Amazing. And he basically, like, Ewan McGregor now owns the character of Obi-Wan. That part, I'm gonna give this fucking
Sorry
super high
about
marks.
that malfunction.
You're good. Ewan McGregor owns this character, and that part for me was a lot of fun to watch. Like, he definitely dives in with his dick first. You know what I mean? Like, into this character. Okay. I'm not a fan of the storyline. I'm not a fan of a lot of the stuff they're doing. I think it's bullshit. I think Disney's fucking milking a money tit, and I honestly think it's fucking sacrilege to the fucking original trilogy and the fucking prequels now. I think Disney's literally finding a way to shit on both the prequels and the original trilogy.
I could see that perspective. I could see
Yeah,
it.
it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm watching a fucking midget. I'm watching a midget Princess Leia fucking outrun stormtroopers in a fucking forest. You know, when like you can tell like just by the way she's running, like you take 2 big steps, you're gonna fucking kick her in the face, dude. Like this TV show insults my fucking intelligence. And if it wasn't for Ewan McGregor being the most badass Obi-Wan Kenobi ever, I would fucking I would have turned it off fucking 15 minutes into the first episode.
Interesting.
I give this show a fucking limp, flaccid 2 of 10. I am probably not going to be watching episode 3. Like fuck Obi-Wan.
That's a
fuck
hot
Obi-Wan
take.
Kenobi. Fuck Obi-Wan Kenobi. Fuck goddamn fucking Disney owning Star Wars. Like y'all are fucking ruining it. Like you're ruining Marvel. You're ruining fucking Star Wars. I'm sick of this shit, dude. Like I will not be watching episode 3. Like the TV show is fucking garbage. And the only thing that fucking saves it, is fucking Ewan McGregor, who I remember fucking coming out of a fucking toilet as a fucking heroin junkie. That's how I remember him, right? Like I don't know if the heroin junkie is the one who fucking wrote this show or got the idea like that it'd be a good idea to like shit on both the original trilogy and the sequels, but you're doing it and you're doing a great job of doing it, Disney. Like fuck off. This fucking show is a fucking limp dick, shriveled balls, fucking cold weather outside, and you just fucking jumped into fucking ice cold water. Fucking 2 of 10, dude. Like fuck Obi-Wan Kenobi. That show sucks dick, dude. Fuck you, Disney. You fuck,
ladies and gentlemen.
dude. Fuck Disney, dude. The hot take is fuck Disney, dude. They did it to themselves, dude. Like I ain't fucking watching shit ever again, dude. Like I might go a couple episodes into The Mandalorian. But I'm pretty much done with Disney at this point, dude.
It's
Like
kind of funny because I feel like they're beating a dead horse with us.
They are.
So
I'm done with. I'm sick of it. I didn't give a fuck about Loki. I tried Loki. Like definitely didn't give a fuck about Scarlet Witch. I don't give a fuck about Moon Knight. They're talking about bringing fucking Frank Castle back, dude, and the Punisher, and I'm like, I don't even want to see what they're gonna do with that because it's gonna be garbage. It is gonna be such. It is gonna be such. It is gonna be such hot, dude. Disney fucks it all up. They're like Sony right now. They are fucking it all up. It is such a flaming garbage pile. Like the Star Wars
dragon.
This shit did not happen in the Star Wars universe. Based on the actions of the people in episode 4, A New Hope, the very first one that was released in 1977. None of this shit fucking happened. They're just retconning everything. It's bullshit. Fuck you, Disney. Get better fucking writers and go off of what they fucking did in the original trilogy. Okay, instead of just making up random shit. Nobody does somersaults in the fucking original trilogy. Why? So why the fuck did you make it such a big part of the like? Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Like they're ruining it. They're ruining it.
I'm gonna press this button. I don't know what it is, so brace yourself.
Alright, here we go.
Fucking shut up!
Okay, I thought it was like
Thank you.
yeah, I saw it. So, I feel that. So, while
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry because you are your own person. What am I gonna tell you? You have to like this? No.
No, but I don't ever want my opinions coming off like that. I judge other people for liking it.
Oh,
because I don't.
I
do not.
I don't take that at all.
Like I 100%. I want everybody to enjoy the shit that they enjoy, and I do not listen to my shitty opinions and let my shitty opinions keep you from liking your shit.
Listen,
like, if that's your thing and you're into it, man, fucking get that shit. Like, watch all the fucking Star Wars shit. Like,
listen,
like
not everybody likes
PhD
Star Wars. Not
thesis on
everybody
it.
likes the Chiefs. It's just you know.
That's
it's just,
exactly.
You know,
like, but don't let my shit talking fucking ruin your good day ever. Okay, just because I think it sucks, let me fucking wallow in my own misery, right? Like,
just let him be. Just let him fucking be,
just
guys.
leave me the fuck alone.
Just
All right, I'm an angry vet. I'm an angry vet. Just leave me the fuck alone. Let me cry in my fucking beer about how they took away Star Wars now. Fuck you, Disney. God damn it.
Well, while we're still talking about Star Wars, so we're gonna get into the game news, and then we're gonna talk about Memorial Day real quick. So Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It's a new game. It's a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, which was a game that came out. It's on Game Pass. It's actually a pretty decent game, Jay. If you want a stupid game that you want to build a lightsaber in and fight some fucking nasties, it's pretty much like a button mashing lightsaber cleanup crew game. So if that's something that you're interested in, check it out. And it's actually funny because they're connecting this game to the Obi-Wan show, apparently. So the actor who is in this game is like, yeah. Anyways, The game is gonna come out next year.
I'm just gonna bite the fuck out of my tongue right now.
Yeah. The game, it comes out next year. It actually looks really good, but it's not coming to current gen consoles. It's only coming to the Xbox Series X and the PS5. So you're gonna have to upgrade your shit if you want to play that. Next in news, guys, there's an Indiana Jones game coming out from Bethesda, and it is not an Xbox exclusive. So be prepared for that. I don't know what that's going to
fucking
entail.
Jones.
Indiana
He was a
Jones
fucking
game
ranger
with Harrison Ford in it. You know, and I don't know if you read that news this week that the producers of and the studio that does Indiana Jones said that they will never do an Indiana Jones movie without Harrison Ford.
I don't
want to see anymore.
I don't want, dude. You know what I want? I want people to. Why can't people make stories like Indiana Jones now, except like new shit?
Yeah.
Like their own stories. Why does it have to be part of something that fucking happened like 30 or 40 fucking years ago for like the retro nostalgia fact? Where is the new fucking shit for like this generation?
Agreed.
I grew up with fucking RoboCop, The Terminator, Predator, Indiana fucking Jones, Star Wars,
none of that
and all
now.
that all that shit was fucking brand new.
You know what we have?
We used to play like in the wash in the desert, like, you know, Jesus Christ, dude, like,
you know what we have now? We have fucking Mission Impossible and Cloverfield. Next in the news, guys, check your Xbox messages. Microsoft is giving out free gift card money. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have about $30 of free gift cards that Xbox has given me, and I use every now and then. So check your Xbox account because you may have $5 in there. That is literally all I have for gaming news. I'm literally looking at the breaking news. Oh, look at that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 leaks for Steam.
what?
What's going on
I have
here?
to check that out.
Wait, this just came out literally 4 minutes ago. A new leak has suggested that breaking news. A new leak has suggested that Call of Duty series could finally be returning to Steam with the release of Modern Warfare 2. This is actually big news because you cannot get a Call of Duty game on Steam. You have to get it through battle.net, which is a completely different game service on PC in order to play Call of Duty, which is a fucking stupid. So if this is actually true and Modern Warfare 2 is going to be on Steam, it's over. They're going to make so much money.
There you go.
They were going to make money anyway. So ladies and gentlemen, you know, we're here. It's Memorial Day weekend. And I'm not going to tell you about the fucking discounts because it's not about the discounts. It's not about the steak. It's not about the Target fucking 30% off the t-shirts. It's not about that, guys.
It's not about the start of summer.
Yeah, no.
You know, it's not about any of that.
But
you are okay to, like, it's okay to have a good time this weekend too.
Absolutely.
Like there's a little bit of a balance, like the force that we need to keep here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like as veterans, we are not going to sit here and make you feel guilty for enjoying the start of your summer. Like I'm not going to feel guilty for enjoying my weekend with my children who just started their summer. So we're not here to make you feel guilty for enjoying yourself either. Okay.
No, but don't forget, as the episode states, pour one out.
Pour one out.
Pour one out.
You gotta pour one out, dude.
You know, we're out here. You know, we talk about we talk about ourselves. We talk about you guys, and we talk about our heroes. You know, and there's so many that there's millions that we can name off the list, starting from way before World War I, the Revolutionary War, you know what I mean? These are people who shaped our country to pretty much conform to what we are today. And we memorialize these people because of what they did. And, you know, albeit, you know, we have our inconsistencies as America. We do. But who doesn't have their inconsistencies? We can only pull forward and remember those who helped us get to where we are today. And it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop just because it doesn't need to be just this one day, you know, because we all know that, you know, the capitalistas, you know, they came in and they money grabbed this thing just like they did with Veterans Day. Military Appreciation Week, the city of Tampa cashed in, and they had a major, what I think a major OPSEC issue where they had, you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
You know,
I do.
I think that's a major OPSEC issue. I'm not even going to talk about that, but you know, it's
they're turning a lot of things nowadays into what they really originally weren't, and so we just want to encourage everybody. You know, it's okay to have a good time this weekend. It's okay to have the barbecue. Go take a walk through a veterans cemetery this weekend when you have a chance. Read a little bit of maybe local history, depending on which region of the country you live in. Read a little bit of like local history. See which veterans from which wars are in your area. Definitely enjoy your weekend, but remember, this is a weekend where your veteran brothers and sisters are memorializing those that fell in battle, those that served and did their time and have since perished, those that unfortunately maybe brought the war home with them and are no longer with us. It is okay for everyone to have a good day. I like to think that everybody I've lost in my life would want me to enjoy life, would want me to be a responsible and productive member of society and be a good dad to my children and just enjoy living. I think they would want us to do this. So it's always going to be okay. But I think the return policy that we need to have in place is that we return some gratitude and we return some reverence and we return some respect back to them. They did their time. Some of them died on the battlefield. Some of them died in their beds as old men and women. And some of them, you know, tragically like brought the fight home and decided when they were going to step foot into the stars. Regardless of how that is, I want everybody to remember that Memorial Day is for those that we have lost. It is not for me and John because we still are currently breathing.
We're still here, yeah.
We already have another holiday for that. It's called Veterans Day. And, you know, we appreciate the accolades that come our way every year on Veterans Day. But Memorial Day specifically, we just want to remember our fallen brothers and sisters. I know tomorrow and today probably I'm gonna be fucking having a couple of beers and doing some reflecting. Maybe some internal monologue, you know, just reminiscing. And I'm probably going to make a couple phone calls this weekend just to say hi to some people and make sure everybody's doing okay. And I hope everybody enjoys their unofficial start to summer. And that's really all I can say about Memorial Day right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm working. You know, I'm working on Memorial Day, which is okay, you know. Double time.
Hey, man,
you know?
it is okay.
You
It
know?
is okay.
And but you know what? While I'm building bikes at fucking Target, I'm gonna be remembering the homies, you know, because that's what it's about, you know.
Yeah, that sounds to me like a job you could just sit there and like black out on for a while, and just
yeah.
You could like while you're putting together a bike, like kind of be reminiscent about like, you know, some times you had and, you know, like the shit you got up to like as a dumbass private, right? Like, yeah,
man.
For sure, dude. Like,
hell yeah.
I do the same thing when I play Descenders at that BMX, you know, mountain biking game I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I literally black out playing that game. Like I literally I just go into a zone. Say again.
I've been going into the cloud, and every time I put on Descenders on the cloud to surprise you and just join your game, you disappear. You're gone.
Shut the fuck up.
Every time.
Really?
I swear to God. I'm like, oh, Descenders is on the cloud. And I'm like, oh shit, he's gone. Check out the cloud, by the way.
It's been online. It's been offline. It keeps saying play offline, and so I do that, and then
we got to get you on Riders Republic.
Well, it's like it keeps saying play offline, but then when I play the game, there's people in my lobbies and people on the levels that I'm playing. So I'm like, I don't know what it means. Like I'll have to send you. That's some tech shit. Anyways.
Yeah. So I mean, we're here at the end of the show, guys. You know, this was actually, I mean, I think this was a really heartfelt episode. You know, we touched upon the topics. We touched upon the heartache, the love, the happiness, the laughter. You know, guys, stay safe out there. You know, it's getting a little wild. You know, we're here. You know, I just want to say, be vigilant, be safe, be careful, and always,
don't sign up. Don't sign up for fucking jobs you can't do.
Absolutely. And if you guys are having a hard time or you need someone to talk to, you know, a lot of people are going through it right now. And even if, you know, things are not like directly affecting you, it may be mentally directly affecting you.
Absolutely. It
You
is
know?
always okay to reach out. It's always okay to call somebody.
Yep.
John, you got a number they can call if they can't reach anybody?
In fact, I have two of them. So we got 988, which is the designated 3-digit dialing code, like 911. And we
Okay.
also have 1-800-273-8255. That is 1-800-273-TALK. Guys, you guys have been great. I got that video for you too, by the way.
What is 988?
So 988 is like 911. You call them. It is the same number. It's like calling 273-TALK. It's
Okay.
you know really quick. In fact, you can
Cool.
actually
Like
text them too, and you can actually go on Google. In fact, look,
It's like a crisis counselor.
yeah, you could go on Google and you could actually chat with someone online right now.
Cool.
You know.
So what do we got? So what do we got to close the show? What is this?
I got this this little video that you sent me with the. You know.
Oh, the Infantryman's Creed.
Yep, because we got
So
to hear it.
so before we close our final thought in our episode for this year's Memorial Day, I'll just give you a quick background. This will be the Infantryman's Creed. This is a bunch of basically like newly minted privates that have now officially become infantrymen, and they're doing like a family day or whatever the fuck at Fort Benning. But this is what they do, and they get to shout the Infantryman's fucking creed and show their families like the words that they now live by. Okay, if you want to look up the Infantryman's Creed, I encourage you to do so. This would be specific to the United States Army infantry, so you won't hear the Marine Corps spouting this off, right? This is very specific to the U.S. Army infantry. Okay, but you see the blue cords around their right shoulders. Okay, that means they're fucking infantry. Infantry don't fuck around. Infantry's not afraid to die.
No, they're
Okay, that's a lie. Maybe we're afraid to die, but we realize it's part of the job, so we fucking run into the jaws of death anyways.
not.
So I want you guys to hear a creed from a bunch of fucking at the time it was only young men. It's young men and women now. I also want to make that very clear. There's plenty of women infantrymen now, including women officer infantrymen.
Yes, there is.
So
Dude,
I want you to hear these young infantrymen, and women now, shouting out the Infantryman's Creed. If you want to look it up, if you can't understand all the words they're saying, I encourage you to look it up. This is a fucking creed to live by. Okay, this is a creed to be inspired by, and these are the people that run into the jaws of death instead of running away from it. That's all I got. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Pour one out for your fucking homies. Call somebody if you need help. Nothing good happens after midnight. Me and John love you. Let's let the infantrymen take it away this week, John.
Hua.